Hey, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Casey and I like to talk about fitness and beauty and a few things in between. So if that sounds like your jam, hit the subscribe button and keep on watching. Today I'm going to be giving you another meditation for anxiety. I've created a few videos regarding meditation and tips and tricks to deal already on this channel. I have them all in a playlist titled Anxiety Toolbox. I would like to continue to add to that playlist and provide you with tools and resources to help you deal with anxiety. I am someone who has struggled with anxiety for most of my life, and there have been times where it is very detrimental to my life, where it consumes everything. It consumes all of my thoughts. It consumes my entire day. It takes me away from being able to be present in the moment with people that I care about. It takes me away from being able to give my all to my job, and it takes me away from being able to live my best life. And you know, that's not a way to live. And so through this playlist and in part of this channel, I'd like to just continue to share with you the tools, the resources that I've learned that help me manage my anxiety on a day-to-day basis and have helped me reach a place in my life where I am able to manage my anxiety and still live my best life. Today's meditation is going to be one that I like to use when I find that I'm just in like a high-strung state of mind. I don't know if anyone can relate to this, but when I'm anxious, I just kind of turn on go mode and I just go. I'm kind of like, I shut off all other options, all other things. Anything that gets in my way is quite disruptive and makes me even more anxious, but I'm just kind of like in straightforward go mode because I just am in this, I need to get this done. I need to focus on this because everything else is too overwhelming. And as I said before, going about day to day in that sort of mindset really takes you away from being mindful and being present in the moment with people that you're with, doing tasks that you're doing, and it's just no way to live. And so when I catch myself in this mode, this is the sort of meditation that I like to turn to, because oftentimes when I reach that place, I don't really know where that anxiety is coming from. It's just kind of a compilation of things that are just kind of put me in this state of go mode, in this state of not being present with my life. And so this meditation helps me separate myself from my anxiety, oftentimes helps me figure out where this anxiety is coming from, and just kind of put space between myself and anxiety and brings me back to feeling like myself again. And so I would like you to use this meditation when you find yourself in places like that, and I hope that it helps you as much as it helps me. This meditation will take about 20 minutes, so I would like you to find a place where you're able to be comfortable and unbothered for that time. You need to give yourself this time. It's very important. Oftentimes something like meditation is something that people will scoff off. I myself being one of them still. It's just something that even if you know that it works, it's something that takes time, right? And it's something that takes time away from what you're already doing. And when you're already anxious and in that go mode, it's even harder for you to be like, okay, no, I need to stop and I need to give myself my time. And that's so very important. So I find that when I'm in this kind of space, if I'm able to break away during the day, that's great. But oftentimes this meditation is one that I'm able to do only at night before bed, because that's the only quiet time that I have. For me, mentally, my brain knows that's kind of my down time. So this works best for me at that time. However, just, whenever works best for you, of course. But it is very important that you give yourself this time and know that you are doing what's best for yourself during this time. So once you are comfortable, let's get into the meditation. When you're ready, come into a comfortable seated or lying position. Let's start by taking a few breaths. Find your ground by feeling your feet on the floor beneath you, or if you're lying down, feel your legs stretched out wide. Take up space. Feel your body touching the chair or cushion or the surface that you're on, and really allow yourself to settle in. Let's take a few deeper breaths now. If you're already feeling anxious, it can be helpful to really extend your exhale. So take a nice, long, deep inhale, then very much emphasize the exhale. breathe out. If you're feeling anxious right now, you're in the right place. But if you're not, maybe you're just using this meditation to help yourself wind down and to sort out your thoughts. If that's the case, I want you to bring to mind a time recently when you felt some kind of fear or anxiety, worry, or agitation. I want you to recall the situation or conversation. Just remember that event, and as you do, you may start to notice anxious thoughts emerging to your mind. You might also start to notice some related sensations throughout your body. And before we turn toward the anxiety more fully, I want you first to open your attention wide. We're going to use what's called the AWE method, AWE, and that stands for and what else. So just notice. You may be feeling anxiety right now, but let's direct our attention away from that and actively explore our senses. You might feel that pit in your stomach, that knot, and what else? You might feel your fists clenching, maybe your forearm muscles are tightening, your jaws clenching, and what else? What else do you feel? What else do you see? What else do you hear? If your eyes are closed, I invite you to open them to look around the space you're in. Simply orient yourself. I want you to notice 3 things that you see in the space around you. They can be very neutral or maybe pleasant, like flowers or an image. I want you to simply describe these 3 things to yourself in your mind. The colors, their shapes, the form. Once you've noticed 3 things visually and described them to yourself, I want you to turn your attention to what you hear. Allow your attention to settle on the sounds around you and listen for 3 different sounds. They can be near or far. I want you to emphasize pleasant or neutral sounds. And again, describe them to yourself. Notice their vibrations, their tones, how they arise and then pass. Is it your own breath that you're listening to? Is it the tick of a clock? Maybe it's the pitter-patter of little paws throughout your house. Maybe it's the sound of the cars outside. Maybe your heater's turning on. Notice these sounds and listen. Now we're going to turn our attention to taste. This might be a little more challenging, but just notice. Can you detect any flavor in your mouth? Maybe something you ate before starting this practice. Maybe you recently brushed your teeth. Is there a hint of toothpaste? Just notice what it's like to taste. Now turn your attention to your sense of smell. You might take in a deeper breath here and just notice. Can you detect any scent in the space around you? Notice how they may shift and change with each breath. Can you pick up the scent of the perfume you wore today? Maybe your body wash. Maybe your fabric softener, the sheets you're laying on, or the shirt you're wearing. Maybe the smell of a new candle you just lit. Just notice. Lastly, let's move to the sense of touch. Beginning on the outer surface of your skin, feel the contact with the chair or the ground or the surface you're lying on. If your hands are touching or resting against your body, just feel that sensation. What do you notice when you turn your attention towards your hands touching? Feel the contact of your clothes with your body. Feel the temperature of the air on your skin, on your cheek, on your nose. What can you notice? Notice how we've shifted our focus away from that initial sense of anxiety that we started this practice with. We've turned our attention outward and noticed what else. So now that we've created some space and a little mental clarity, it's time. We're going to turn our attention toward that anxiety. If you feel the need for more space at any time, simply keep turning your attention outward to the sounds, the sights, the smells, the tastes, wherever it feels most calming and grounding for you to attend in your senses. When you feel ready to take on your anxiety and to explore it, I want you to turn your attention to where you feel it in your body. Turn your attention to the felt sense. How do you notice anxiety? Where do you feel it in your body? I want you to take a breath and notice where you feel it. Maybe it's in your belly. If so, maybe see if you can notice the details too. Is it throbbing or tingling? What's the energy like? Is it stuck and stagnant? Within that sensation of anxiety, does it feel like there's a lot of movement? Does it shift and change as you pay attention to it? As different thoughts arise? Does the feeling of anxiety change? Does it move around in your body? I want you to now think of the rest of your body holding this feeling with a lot of care. Pay close attention, explore, and be curious. How does anxiety show up? How is it shifting? Remember, if at any point it becomes overwhelming or you get lost in thinking and find you're unable to stay with the sensations, simply go to "and what else?" and notice the sights, the sounds, the smells around you. If you're able to pay attention to the sense of anxiety, simply noticing it, let's drop in a question. Stay with that felt sense of this fear, anxiety, worry, or agitation and just ask, what do you need? What do you want me to know? What are you trying to offer me? Just see what answers, images, and words arise here. We're asking ourselves here, what do I need? Why is this sensation present in my body? What does it need from me? What can I do to help? The answer may not come up right away. It may not come up at all. But it's important that you're actually focusing on the sensation and taking the time to be aware of it. It's how you're able to start dealing with it rather than pushing through and continuing to push through your day-to-day. Right now, we're paying attention to the sensation. We're giving it our time, and we're listening. Ask yourself again, what do you need? What do you want me to know? What are you trying to offer me? What do I need to lift this sensation? You can stay here for as long as you need. You can go back and forth between feeling your anxiety and your senses until you feel a sense of calm surface from this practice. When you walk away from this practice, I want you to simply remember the information that has arisen for you, the feelings, the sensations, the answers you may have gotten from them. Again, they may not be specific, concrete answers, the resolutions that you're needing, but you've identified the anxiety. You have a sense of where it's coming from. You've given yourself time to slow down and just be, and let those deep, push down feelings rise. When you're ready to conclude your practice, I want you to take a few deeper breaths. Come back to sensing your breath. Take an inhale and an exhale. Soften your body slightly. Feel the seat and the surface beneath you, the ground under you. Know that you're safe to resume to the world. You may have just experienced some uncomfortable feelings, but know that that feeling of ground is safety. Those feelings are ones that you've pushed down, you may not have wanted to deal with for some time now, and it can be scary and sometimes overwhelming to have them come to surface. But remember that ground that you feel beneath your feet, on your body, that's safety. It's safe for you to return to the world and to resume your life, even with these feelings. It's safe for you to be. That is going to conclude this meditation practice. I hope you found it helpful. This one is a bit tricky because for me personally, I don't always finish the session feeling relaxed. It's not the type of meditation that's going to lull you off to sleep, but I feel that it's still a very important one, and one that I find that I do often come back to again because, like I said, I'm that type of person that I tend to push my feelings down and just get in that go mode. And so it's important for me to create space between myself and that go mode, and to actually feel where the anxiety is coming from so that I can deal with it. Because like I said, a lot of times at the end of the day, I find that I'm just so tight and anxious and I don't know why. And so it's this practice that really helps me discover that why and discover what it is that I need to do for myself. And it's that for myself part that is so important, because when you're in that go mode, your focus is doing your to-do list and doing things for other people. You forget the for myself part. And a lot of times that's where my anxiety is coming from, because I'm not dealing with myself and the problems that I feel. And so that's why, again, I feel that this practice is very important and one that I often come back to. With that being said, I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it brought you a sense of peace and ease, and I hope that you return to it. Let me know down below your thoughts. I want to thank you so much for taking the time to meditate with me today. I hope that you hit that subscribe button so you can come back next time, and so that you don't miss, in addition to the anxiety toolkit I'm creating for you, that is yours to turn to whenever you need. Until next time, I hope you have a very wonderful